You bought Khamrah or you've been thinking about getting Khamrah, but then you saw that they had Khamrah Qahwa. Which one do you get?
Here's some codes to save you some cash on your next Middle Eastern niche or designer fragrances.
What's going on, guys? My name is Neve. Welcome back to AROMATIX. Let's go ahead and hit that subscribe button because like 80% of you guys are not subscribed. I think it's actually 65. 65% of you guys are not subscribed. So start there. I'll give you a second. All right, we're good. So today we're gonna be talking about Lattafa's Khamrah versus Khamrah Qahwa. What does Khamrah smell like? Well, to a lot of people, it smells like angel share. And absolutely, I can get that. However, it to me smells a lot closer to something from Gissah perfumes called Sava. So Sava in itself also smells like angel share. Whoa, wait, what the hell is going on? I know, there's a lot to keep up with. So anyways, angel share smells like this apple pie, booze, cinnamon, rum, oak. It smells so rich. It smells amazing, man. If you want angel share, I highly recommend you try and get angel share because none of them do it justice. The OG is just next level stuff, genuinely. But then Sava came out, and Sava smells like by Gissah perfumes. And by the way, if you're into Middle Eastern niche or if you want to discover a whole different world of perfumes, that's another reason to subscribe because as you can see, I've got exactly a lot of those. So anyways, back to this one. It's got the same vibe, however, it tones down some of that rich, ambery, syrupy nature that you'll find in angel share, and it enhances it with, or it brightens it up with a little bit of spices and dates. The dates give it more of a fruity top and less of that richness to it, if you will. So kind of a brighter take, a spicier take on the whole angel share DNA. And that's what Khamrah does, basically. Similar to Sava, but absolutely still reminiscent to angel share. All right, so now we've got this fragrance, and shortly after that came out Qahwa because of its success. Hype beast and absolutely worthy of the hype. So should you get Lattafa's Khamrah? Well, the short answer is yes. One of my most complimented cheapies and kind of something that really took the whole cheapie realm into the next level, man. When this initially came out, it was hard to get a hold of, and I was just ecstatic about it. I remember this kind of started my whole, fragrance, being online, the social media presence, talking about fragrance. I'm like, you guys, this is amazing. And I started rocking it to the hospital, and people were just absolutely in love with this, complimenting me, asking me what it was. Ladies, gentlemen, I mean, they all started buying this off of my recommendations, and for good reason. It smells amazing, man. It's not too dark, it's not sickeningly sweet, at least for me, but if you don't like sweet fragrances, you're probably not gonna enjoy this. So spiced, dates, ambery, vanillic, so sexy. If you like those vibes, this is absolutely gonna get you that. Kind of smells like this apple cinnamon pie, to me at least, with the dates. Nowadays, however, you do have Khamrah Qahwa. And what does this basically smell like? Well, I'll tell you guys that it absolutely smells like Khamrah the original, except a bit more ambery. And what this in turn does, kind of emphasizes a little bit more on the woods vibe of the fragrance. I'm not gonna say the actual woods, but the addition of that coffee really does take this into more of a bolder and slightly more masculine side and nature of things. It also kind of muzzles a little bit of the spice, taking down slightly a bit of that projection as well. So if you don't really like too much of that, sweetness, and you want something a bit more ambery, tame, mature, and masculine, Khamrah Qahwa is gonna be the one for you. Now, I have both of these. Can it be redundant? I think so, but if you're in love with the scent profile, I think you're still gonna enjoy both of them. It literally smells like it takes Khamrah and just adds coffee. You see the color gradient to this? It's phenomenal in terms of how it translates into the actual fragrance, or representing of the fragrance. Not too far off from the DNA, an addition of coffee adds what seems like an amber accord, a denser wood accord, and what seems like a blanket over those spices. Not as harsh in terms of the spicy nature, and in turn also resulting in a fragrance that doesn't project as hard. Now, does it last? Absolutely it lasts. Does it last as long as Khamrah? That's where I would say I didn't find personally that it did. I would still say that Khamrah is to the next day on clothing, and this one gave me a solid like 8 to 10 hours. I think it's fair to say. Could it potentially last on clothing as it matures? Yes, potentially. It's not one that I've revisited anytime recently, at least. It's still absolutely worth a pickup if you really like Khamrah, or if you want a more masculine take and less spicy or sweet on the entire DNA. Pretty accurate to say that it's not that far off from the DNA, and the changes are, decent enough to warrant a purchase, but also subtle enough to not really have to have both of them. But if you really like it, then I would personally say grab them both. In terms of the occasions, I've actually smelled people rock this to the gym and literally everywhere, and it worked. I mean, I think that the most appropriate occasions would be like a signature scent during the summer, it would work, but more so like dates, etc., things like that. The Qahwa is something I would reserve even more so for dates because it is a closer encounter style DNA. Both of these most appropriately being for the winter and the fall, and the original one being even, you know, potentially into the springtime, if that's your vibe and you like wearing those kind of fragrances. But that's pretty much it, man. No need to over complexify it. Those are the subtle differences or main differences between both of these. I enjoy both of these a lot, but if I had to pick one over the other, I would personally pick Khamrah. I'm not necessarily saying that you have to do the same. I have both. Would I get them both? Yes, I'd get them both again. That's pretty much it. That's all I have to say about the differences between Lattafa's Khamrah Qahwa, which means coffee, and the original Lattafa's Khamrah. Both bangers. This one's a 10 out of 10, and I'd give this one a solid 8.75 to a 9 out of 10. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Make sure to leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.